Uh, Man, it is snowy in Chicago and everywhere else. Look, I'm not even looking outside. It's
Don't don't look outside. I mean, it's high. It ain't no more snow coming down, which is the blessing. But I know it was up to my wife's knees, if not a little bit past her knees, when she went out there.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
And
I do get it.
I'm trying to get it before it gets worse.
Man. Yeah, but you know what? I went to the office to do office hours. Because every Wednesday is my office hours. And it's just like, ah, whatever. It wasn't that bad. It has been worse. It has been
Mhm.
worse. It has been worse. All right, y'all. Welcome. Trigger with Instructor Mike and friends. I'm Mike. It's Marquise. You all already know. Yeah, you all already know. We're gonna do the introductions or not. You know. You know what? I think this is gonna be a pretty interesting show. What's going on? Frank Mack, Israel, Elijah Israel, Calvin Carbine, and then it says one viewer, but I see people commenting. That's weird. YouTube,
Right.
YouTube is like that sometimes. YouTube
Yeah.
is like that. I can't do it on Facebook because I got banned.
Again?
Yeah, man. I was sharing
Is it
my.
still from last week or just a new
It's,
one?
it's a 30-day prison sentence. Facebook is a hater.
Huge hater.
And then I was on TikTok talking about holsters. I swear, literally, I had nothing but holsters. Like I'm holding up the Safari Land holster and stuff like that. And then TikTok is like, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah. So I
Censorship is real, bro.
look, I don't know. It's whatever. You said, did we see the bus driver video? What bus driver video is this? You gonna make me go look?
We got a small delay going on.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Bus driver video. Did we see the bus driver video? No. No, I didn't see the bus driver video. Maybe look it up though. Bus driver. What did the bus driver do?
Shot everybody, son. Nah.
Fair enough. No, I just see bus driver trailer, bus driver app. Yeah, let me know some specifics. Anywho, this might be a short show today. Who knows? Every time we say that shit. Thoughts
Yeah,
on
it
the
never happens.
what? Thoughts on the Bridgewater College shooting in Virginia? What the fuck is going
Okay, that one I think I did hear about slightly. A
on?
lot of this stuff has been coming up out of nowhere lately.
It did just happen today. Two officers killed in the Bridgewater College shooting. Hanover man arrested. God damn it. You know what? I think that Facebook, that's usually how the rest of us outside of the areas where things occur. We used to get it from like Facebook or social media, but it didn't push it. So that's why
Mhm.
we didn't see it. Oh, that bus driver. Yes, I did see that CTA bus driver video he got jumped on.
On
Yes.
the bus?
In fact, let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube. Yes, it was on the bus, literally. Uh
Please tell me teenage kids.
Teenage kids, of course, yes.
Okay, good. Because I'm about to say, at least with teenage kids, it's kind of a valid reason why he ain't F them up,
Yeah.
but still not a valid reason to get effed up.
Yep. Nope, that wasn't this one.
Because I'll show
No, that
pass me.
was this one.
I'll
Yes.
pass me out some elbows. Don't get my ass whooped.
Yeah, let's push it up and see how it looks. Oh, they go KD. What's up, man?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What a,
Here we
are
go
you
again
just
with
leaving?
the album cover.
Are you
Huh?
just leaving Clubo?
No, actually, I've been out shoveling seniors' snow.
Oh,
I'm so glad.
that's sweet.
I'm so
I
glad.
have some seniors of family friends and they kids is pieces of shit. So
Okay, that happens.
That's
That happens.
the way to do it. Yeah.
I go past, about to leave my mom's and I knock they snow out. So they can.
Well, I'm pretty old, KD. Next time you want to hit me up?
Man, you more agile than I thought. I think I could be.
Bring
So
your
I ain't
ass
trying to
over
hear none of
here.
that shit. Your ass in every taekwondo, judo, hapkido, faco, disco,
He said
libido,
disco.
all kind of goddamn classes. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Good
I don't
luck.
know what you're talking about.
Bring your ass over here.
Hey. I beat the Rose today.
I bet.
Congrats.
I bet. Hey,
I beat that. I beat that Rose today.
I'm just
Cause they,
glad you're not. I'm just glad you're not over the road like you normally are.
oh man, I was supposed to take a load for tomorrow, but they ended up canceling it. It didn't tell me until today when I called them. But I'm kind of glad because it's supposed to snow again tomorrow, and
Oh,
I don't want to be going up to Michigan on the ice skating rink.
Hell
So
yeah.
no. Some damn ice truckers and shit.
That's what
yeah,
the first thing I thought about.
hey, mom's told me money ain't being made if you got to kill yourself to do it. It's been scary enough going up there with regular snow, like literally my truck sliding and fishtailing with almost 7,000 pounds of brisket in it. But I'm good. I'm gonna go home and relax and relax. God got me this far. He gonna have me some more, so I'll be all right.
You did just say brisket, correct?
Yeah, but you on a
Oh,
diet, so you can't get none. That,
don't make me find your route.
that's what you tell me about everything else.
Don't make me find your route. That's all I'm saying. I saw Fast and Furious like 45 times, dude.
Gotcha. Well,
I
actually,
be I be the dude in that little bit of Honda about like yay big sliding up under your truck.
actually, I got a smoker for Christmas, so I do want to smoke a brisket. So we all may need to get together and I may
Shit, on
smoke it up tonight.
Christmas?
No. That was my Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
Man, look here, I barbecue. Well, I might go home tomorrow, fire the grill up, throw some slabs on it.
Bruh, I feel you. I'm just not doing that. I just had to go deal with the snow, and I'm not happy about it. You find a video yet, Mike?
Yeah, I got it. But I'm reading the situation on the Bridgewater college shooting. It doesn't look like he killed anyone else other than the two officers. Not saying that other than is
Good.
yeah, he was a former student from that college, Bridgewater College. Um,
So he's a graduate or former student?
former student. Yeah.
Okay.
No, apparently he graduated from there.
So what the? Oh my God, you left. Unless you was well, you know what? I don't know people's psyche no more. I gave up.
Yeah. Killed two cops. And apparently it's like the cops intercepted. Okay. So Virginia State Police say that the shooting happened shortly after the campus. Matter of fact, the campus officers responded to reports of a suspicious man on campus around 1:20 p.m. Tuesday. Spokeswoman Corrine Geller said after a brief interaction, the man opened fire on the officers, shot them, and fled on foot. The two officers died on scene. So, wow. I think this would be I don't want to say the first time, but I think this would be the kind of active shooting that we actually, it's the second best option, right? Because the first best option would be to intercept the guy and shoot him before he shoots anyone. Second best would be for him to actually run into the officers and the officers do something to cause him not to shoot anymore, at which point in time these officers gave up their life. So something in that interaction triggered him to leave and not shoot anybody else.
Okay. Or the other option. Well, there's so many when it comes to active.
Shooters,
Well,
yeah.
active shooting and mass shootings because they're technically two different things.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the
But
thing that I think. What happens is by FBI standard, I want to say there's only technically been 156 active shootings and 48 mass shootings. By the definitions of the term, not by what the hell NBC, ABC, and all these other news channels call it.
yeah.
But
They're
that's
asking,
that's there.
did it say that he had a rifle? No, it says Campbell was treated for a gunshot wound. That was not life-threatening. Geller said that it wasn't clear if he received the wound in an exchange of gunfire with the police or if it was self-inflicted. The authorities have not have so far not offered any motive for the shootings. Two members of the Bridgewater College family were senselessly and violently taken from us. Okay, let me go back. No, it doesn't say anything about him having a rifle. It says police said multiple guns were recovered as evidence both on and off campus.
Well, before I make this comment,
Sure.
so my thing is this, and as always, I'm always going to ask the question, right? You know, when people always talk about the AR-15 for active shooters,
Yeah.
there's one shooting that always comes to my mind whenever I hear anyone talk about rifles.
Virginia
And I
Tech.
think you might know which one I'm talking about.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech.
Of course. Yeah.
222s.
Yep.
That literally were not even actually loaded to capacity.
Yeah. He had a Glock 19.
He was actually 15 round mags.
Yep.
And I want to say between 10 and 11 rounds per mag.
Yeah. He had a Glock 20. He had a Glock 19 too. No, you're right. 222s.
222s. Yeah, because it was a Walther P22 and another gun.
I have that. Yep.
So the thing is that he went through and literally,
and he was very effective.
He was very effective. He shot one kid 9 times in the face.
Yeah.
Now, what was crazy about that? This was years ago. The Virginia Tech shooter.
Let's find a video on that.
Gotcha.
See, you can, but bro, that's a rough one. But when you look at just literally again, you know, I talk from facts, not emotion.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a 22. He wasn't loaded to capacity. And what stopped the mass amount of people from getting hurt was the fact that some people barricaded, other people literally sit and waited to die.
Yeah.
They was literally waiting for their turn while this dude was reloading. So when I look at this whole thing about mass shooting and all this other good stuff, it's kind of funny where people don't use logic. So for example, we always talk about, well, he had AR-15, so we need to reduce the capacity of the magazines, where other states or other schools actually put forth plans to reduce mass shootings by not making the school into a soft target.
Right.
So there was a school in Indiana, and it escapes me off the top of my head. It was a school in Indiana. Guess how much they paid for their security system update after Columbine?
Shit, probably $1 million.
$400K.
I don't know that's
we talking about automatic locking doors, strobe lights, flashing lights, sirens, ballistic doors,
right?
The whole 9, dude. Because
school systems, they got that money. You know,
all school systems. Think about it.
They got the money. They just don't want to use it. They prefer
if
to
you
put
can buy
it in
a
their pocket.
football field, you can enhance your security.
And you know, it's crazy because most places, security is the last thing to get upgraded, but the first people to get fired when there's a shortage.
But you know what kills me about all this stuff, though, man? If schools had the 9/11 reaction that America had, we would have a lot less school shootings. And what I mean by that is when you look at what happened after 9/11, look at the security measures that all took place at every airport.
Oh, yeah.
Even to the point that pilots were required to have guns in the cockpit. And the cockpit door is reinforced steel. If people who ran these schools gave as much, let me phrase that. If our government gave as much as they did about airplanes, as they did about our kids, because you know the problem is that magazines are too big. It ain't the fact that our schools aren't as secure as going through TSA or getting on the airplane. It's the fact that we have too much access to magazines that hold more bullets, when literally the average active shooter shoots as fast as a lever action gun. And I want you to take that into account.
Well, you got to think about it. The government don't make money on schools. They make money on airplanes.
How the hell they know?
They give money to schools.
Yeah.
Schools are funded by the government. Airplanes ain't funded by the government. So they're protecting their investment, which is airplanes.
Which is again, and that's why I say when you look at, I like responses. I don't like knee-jerk reactions.
Right.
It's almost like when you look at medicine nowadays, and they will tell you there's no money in the cure.
It's not.
So when it came down to active threats, active shooters, mass shootings, whatever y'all want to call them, because they're all different things for some ungodly. They're all different things. They all are defined differently through the FBI. But you see people who say the problem is the person and the gun. But you never once say, well, maybe we should reinforce where they're happening at, which is technically gun-free zones. Which might I add, there are gun-free zones that are government-based, and there are gun-free zones that are self-inflicted, aka certain business buildings, certain offices, certain types of places, like certain houses of worship. Because the only places that I know specifically right now, off the top of my head, would be Utah. Utah is the only place where I've ever heard where they say you can't bring a gun into a church.
You can't, or you cannot, or you can't.
You cannot.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, you bring a gun into a church in Utah, you can get your ass handed to you.
Yeah.
But the thing is this is where I'm looking at. A lot of this stuff could have been avoided by changing the way you think about security. Like even adding a lot, like for example, I can't think of the active shooter off the top of my head where teachers were dead with keys in their hand. And the reason why is the only way to lock the door was with a key instead of a deadbolt. So a lot of this stuff, like I said, if people took the security of our children as seriously as they took this bullshit about magazine capacity, we wouldn't have these problems. Protect my kid like they're a fucking senator. Protect my kid like they're a fucking congressman. You know, the same way you want to sit here and pretend that guns are the reason why a lot of active shooters happening, let's also look at the fact that guns have stopped a lot of active shooters.
It would have stopped the Walmart thing, but Walmart response was to take all their firearms and ammunition and get rid of it.
Right. Think about what the FBI had to implement after so many active shooters. The run, hide, fight.
Oh my God, that's stupid.
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
Because it does not say you have to pick in a sequential order which one to do.
Okay.
But it tells you you have options. If you have the ability to get the fuck out, exit stage right. If people don't want to exit with you, don't force them because they might slow you the fuck down and they might add to the casualty count. Now that's the run aspect. Now you got the hide aspect. Okay, you're barricading in place, making sure no one can get in, turn off the lights so no one knows you're in there. And like I said, a real active shooter is 10 minutes long, minus Columbine, which was a different story. But the average active shooter is about 9 to 10 minutes long. So if that's true, do you think an active shooter is wasting their time trying to get into a door that's locked or barricaded?
True.
They're going to try to move on. That's what happened with Virginia Tech. When he tried to get into certain doors and couldn't get in, he went back to other doors that he could.
True.
So again, let's not pretend water, electricity, and humans don't have the same thing in common. The path of least resistance. When there's resistance, people don't act up. It's literally seen on a daily basis. Have you ever tried to walk through your door without unlocking it first? So you want the path of least resistance. So what do? You unlock the damn door to get into it. It's common damn sense. But that same common sense is the same reason why people say we need common sense gun laws, which is the fastest way to say you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Active shooters really piss me off because they can really be avoided if people took this shit seriously. So I apologize. I yield.
Yeah, you're fine. And nothing to apologize about. All right. Sergio Corleone says, excellent point on the run, hide, fight concept. Everyone should have options depending upon their skill and mindset. Let's watch this video about the two officers that were killed at this active shooting situation. Here we go.
Here today is senseless and tragic. It's heartbreaking. Our anguish is felt so deeply because the entire Bridgewater College community is a family too.
A college community reeling tonight after two campus officers were shot and killed at Bridgewater College near Harrisonburg this afternoon. One person now in custody, and we're learning more about his criminal past. All classes have been canceled for students tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Bill Fitzgerald. We have complete in-depth coverage tonight. We start with our Leland Pinder, who joins us live now from Bridgewater with the latest from police and how the Bridgewater community is reacting tonight. Leland?
Well, Bill, if you look right behind me, you can see Virginia State Police and other agencies remain on scene tonight here at Bridgewater College. And the suspect in all of this, 27-year-old Alexander Wyatt Campbell, now being held without bond at the Rockingham County Jail in connection with what happened here today. At this time, police believe he acted alone in carrying out what took place.
Two officers shot and killed on the campus of Bridgewater College Tuesday.
Gunshot wound on 403 East College Street.
It's still something that's kind of shocking to me.
Larissa Niles, a junior, still processing the news. She works at a coffee shop on campus and says she just made coffee for one of the officers on Monday.
We had a short conversation, but I didn't know much about him. But I'm so upset that he really died today. Oh my God.
The college identifies the officers as Campus Safety Officer J.J. Jefferson and Campus Police Officer John Painter. Officials say the police officer would have been issued a weapon. They say the Campus Safety Officer would not. Now, this all began after about 1 p.m. when the two men responded to a call for a suspicious man, now identified as 27-year-old Alexander Wyatt Campbell at Memorial Hall.
After a brief interaction with the man, the subject opened fire and shot both officers. The man then fled on foot.
During a news conference, a state police spokesperson would not comment on any connection Campbell might have to the college, only saying
He was not supposed to be in this particular location.
right now it's unclear if Campbell was ever inside the building, but soon after shots rang out, officials say the local 911 center was flooded with calls. Several agencies responded to search for the suspect. A man fitting Campbell's description was spotted nearby off campus.
He then waded through the river and onto an island in the North River.
Officials went in after him in the knee-deep water. In all, after about 30 minutes, Campbell was in custody. He's now charged with 4 felonies, including 2 counts of capital murder.
What happened here today is senseless and tragic. It's heartbreaking.
While police investigate a possible motive for the violence, some students left feeling on edge. Niles won't soon forget the ordeal, nor the 3 hours she spent sheltered in place in a closet.
I'm still trying to figure out my emotions towards it. It's like it's a combination of fear and confusion.
And the school says that counselors are available to students that may need that service. Earlier, when officers took Campbell into custody, he was suffering from a non-life-threatening injury. Right now, they're trying to figure out if that was inflicted by himself or if he was shot by officers. They also would not say where he was shot. Now, officers have multiple scenes that are a part of this investigation, spanning from where the officers were shot to where the suspect was taken into custody. We can also tell you tonight, officials saying that additional firearms were found both on and off campus associated with the suspect, Alexander Wyatt Campbell.
Today, when those first bulletins came.
All right. So that was what? He didn't have a gun?
Yeah, your campus safety officer didn't have a gun. The campus safety officer didn't have a gun. So I want you to understand the oxymoron in the phrase campus safety officer. You gonna yell at me to death?
Stop!
You better sit your ass.
That's basically it's no different than a CSO, the community service officers that you see in some of the suburban areas. That's basically what they are.
CSO?
So if you go in like the south subs, like Orland Park, they got CSOs. They're community service officers.
I'm in Orland Park. I never seen these people.
You never
they're legit.
I seen
The
them
F-
walk
around
around
in like
the people,
they'll drive
ESDA
around in like semi. Well, no, not ESDA. No, not ESDA. These are
Not
CSOs. So like Orland Park has CSOs, community service officers.
I have seen them.
They roll around in somewhat police vehicles. You know what I mean? Like they'll have lights on them, but they don't have police authority.
Some
So
of
It
them
that
test-
safety
says
officer
on
is
the card.
literally no different than a CSO.
It's
So
got the
because-
same graphics as Orland Park. It just says at the bottom,
Yes.
community service officer.
So you know what? Just
Community
because
service
of that,
officer.
just because of that, now be up to people talk about something. You got a gun? Okay. You got a
Oh, they
gun?
don't even have to. Just look at look under where it says Orland Park, and then it says community service officer.
Right, but I'm saying I'll be tapping their windows. Like I'm gonna stop by their car.
Oh,
You got a gun?
You gonna get sprayed, Marquise. They
I
gonna
feel like
spray
I
you.
am.
and one of the reasons why I know that is because back in the day when I worked at one of the clubs that we worked at, I had a guy, he was trying to hang out after hours. I was like, okay. So he flips out this wallet and I look and he's got his badge. And I'm like, are you a cop? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, who you with? Orland Park. He's like, let me see that. I look and I'm like, bro, you're a CSO. And he's like, well, yeah. I was like, you don't even carry a gun. And he was like, well, no. I'm like, so don't claim you're police. You have no police authority.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sound like the police. I'm not 12. I'm 10.
And a half.
I Day.
But you know what?
Hey,
And
Mike.
this is what's
Hey,
crazy.
y'all, just
I'm not gonna lie to you.
not to get off. Hey, not to get off topic. I just rolled past 2 CTA buses. Now they have a squad, a marked squad, following the CTA buses through the city.
But they were supposed to have that anyway. It was
They
supposed
should
to be
always have
CTA detail.
Well, you know, everybody is reactive, not proactive. So
You know what? But here's the thing, though. How fucking long do you have to wait to be proactive? As much shit has transpired throughout the history of the United States, we still playing a knee-jerk reaction game.
Yep.
Like this is like I said, for me, it's passionate because of certain instances of mass shootings and active threats and shit like that. And it's like annoying to me how after all this time, you still have the excuse on why this shit's still happening, and your excuse is the guns, not better protection for our students.
Oh yeah,
That
but it
shit
goes
moves.
back to defunding the police. You know what I mean? Like obviously it was talking about a while back, fucking with the CTA, and they should have their own, you know what I mean, units and everything else. Kind of similar to Metro, how Metro's got their own police.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, in the last couple of years, we came about with all the police defunding. So you know what I mean? Guess what? Now what we wanted to do before, we're not going to do now because guess what? Nobody wants to fund it.
They're taking our taxes for some fucking reason if they don't want to fund it. Let's figure that out.
Oh, we know
We're
where they're
not-
taking the taxes. Hold on.
Right.
I'm going to tell you where they're taking the taxes.
Your taxes get taken so that the men can go get a suit from K&G.
K&G, bro, you better step your game up on that one. They're going to Versace.
No, he said the mayor.
Yes.
He's
I
talking about the
didn't
mayor.
stutter. I didn't say them. I didn't stutter.
Go to Versace shit.
She ain't going no damn Versace.
Right.
He ain't going to no K&G either.
She going to
ain't going to no
Versace.
K&G either.
Dude, that's
Hey,
those
that's
Steve Harvey specials that she got on, bro.
Now that's a K&G. I skipped the Taylor special.
Don't get her shit
235.
twisted, bro. That lady is fucking getting paid.
Yeah, she is. But it's just one of those things like
Save money.
You're more concerned about
She ain't saving
fucking
money.
rainbows on the street downtown, making sure that they got a new flag
Y'all better-
and lights everywhere else.
Why
But
y'all
yet,
messing with Uncle Larry?
man, look here. Larry,
I told y'all. Yeah, hey, y'all brought Beetlejuice into this.
Hey, I'm not gonna say shit for one reason. Because if this shit gets Mike canceled, one of y'all gotta start doing this shit.
hey, nobody said that. They said I got an uncle named Larry. I do.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's look at
Hey,
Virginia
I like
Tech.
the movie Beetlejuice.
I bet. Here we go.
Today, when those first bulletins came into the newsroom of another gunman at Virginia Tech that he'd opened fire, there were immediate fears. The massacre of 4 years ago was happening all over again. The images immediately began coming in, showing a student body on lockdown, officers barricading doors, and outside there, 2 officers embracing after a campus filled with fear that it was happening again. In the end, the gunman shot an officer dead, and it's believed he then turned the gun on himself. ABC's Jim Sciutto is at Virginia Tech tonight. Jim.
Well, David, that alert has been lifted now. Students and faculty told to resume normal activities. The shooter is dead, believed to have taken his own life, but still no idea from authorities as to what his motive was. in an attack that has brought back so many painful memories here. For 4 harrowing hours today at Virginia Tech, site of the worst mass shooting in American history, terror and disbelief, it was all happening again. Just after noon, shots ring out as a campus policeman is conducting a routine traffic stop.
During that traffic stop, the officer was shot and killed, and there were witnesses to that incident. Witnesses reported to police that the shooter fled on foot.
Virginia Tech freshman Juliet Fielding saw it happen, standing just yards away from the stricken police officer's car.
The police pulled up and they opened his car door, and when they opened it, he just fell out towards the ground. And I could see his face, and it was covered in blood. I don't know if the blood was coming from his head or his face exactly.
Campus police, state troopers, FBI agents, and National Guardsmen swarm to search the campus. Soon they find a second body and fear a shooting rampage. The entire campus put on lockdown. More than 30,000 students, faculty, and staff are told to stay in their dorms and classrooms and not to move for their own safety. Armed officers standing guard.
Do not leave this room until you're told. You understand? Yes, sir. Keep your heads up. We'll take care of you. Promise.
A campus alert system introduced after the 2007 tragedy springs to life just 6 minutes after the first shooting. A police officer has been shot. A potential second victim is reported. Stay indoors. Parking lot taped off. Body covered. It was a major change from the 2007 shooting, when it took 2 hours for the first alert to be issued after the rampage started, eventually claiming 33 lives. Today's violence ended with a far less severe toll. By 4 p.m., the police say they believe the second body is the shooter. The alert lifted. Relief, but still hard questions as to how this could have happened here again.
It is very traumatic, and this brings back some difficult memories of the past.
Virginia police.
I gotta stop this. So this wasn't a video that I was. Can't hear you.
But it's a valid point. I want you to understand something. This is the 2011 shooting at Virginia Tech, right? 4 years after the one in 2007. And no security measures were changed 4 years later.
Just a faster alert.
Just a faster alert. So no ability to lock doors and barricade in place. None of the stuff that it would take to deactivate, in my opinion, an active threat or a mass shooting. So nothing was changed after 4 damn years. And this is why I told you, for me, I get angry because I'm like, why? Why have you not changed anything? Why are you pretending that y'all ain't got the money to make the changes necessary to get this stuff done? It's a college. College gives grants, scholarships, and grants and federal funds all the damn time. Matter of fact, why isn't there? What, didn't FEMA create one? I could be wrong though.
After 9/11, FEMA created a bunch of different grants that they have.
Right.
They even got here. Your buddy got one.
Right. No. Stop. We're not there. We're not talking about that. Focus.
No.
So
what I'm saying is they have. If you look at their grant, if you ever go on a FEMA website and look up their Homeland Security grants, it's a long, probably like a 30-page long list of different things that they got grants for. And it's all stemming from 9/11. So yes, they do have one for universities, schools, public businesses, libraries, all kind of stuff. But people just have to take the initiative and put the ball in motion and get a certain amount. It's like they have certain requirements. You got to have X amount of people. Show exactly, have a grant writer to write out the grant. Show exactly what you're spending the money on. But yeah, it's available.
Yeah. Because like for you think about it, like with college campuses, our concealed carry doesn't allow us to walk on college campuses with firearms.
Right.
But and I can't think of the law school where it happened at. There was I want to say it was a law school shooting that happened some time ago where the shooter was on campus getting ready to blaze, and 2 of the students ran out to their car to go get their gun and came back and stopped them. Or the lady who was shot, I can't think of the church. It was an active shooter at a church, and the church had a what do you call that? Like a volunteer armed parishioner thing going on.
Yeah.
You talking about that old guy that did that perfect
No, not
shot?
the guy. Not the guy. It was
I
a
was about to
woman.
say
It was a
that
woman who stopped it.
That dude was nice.
Yeah, but no, but this was a woman who stopped it. But the thing is, the woman gave a verbal threat and allowed the person to turn around, and she got shot, and dude actually killed himself. So, I mean, like I said, man, it's a lot of information out there for these mass shootings and active shooters that people can just go look up and maybe change their minds on how they do things. But
today, when those first
it's just sad.
I wish they was, because my daughter's school was closed the other day. Was it Monday? Because they had a bomb threat at a grammar school. So it's one of them things that the high school was shut down because they had a threat about being shot. I don't know where these politicians at, and I hope one of them is watching, or somebody of a friend of a family member of a politician is watching, that they need to really think about and consider updating these schools, because you think about it, they still want our kids to come to the schools. They harp on our children getting to school the first day of school because of so much grant money that they're going to miss out on. They harp on attendance. They harp on coming out in the snow, COVID, whatever else. But guess what? You guys need to harp on the safety of our students, of our children, going to these schools and universities and daycares or whatever it may be. Because as a parent, I'm telling you now, I've been really considering homeschooling my children.
Or just going to the school armed and ready to rock and roll.
Well, you know,
God forbid,
they
right?
say they say it's only illegal if you get caught. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Whoa.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
All right.
Here
we go.
Bill Cosby and this shit. What you talking about, man?
No, I was just saying, like, I'm one of them people. I've told my students in concealing carry. It's certain things that you have to say to yourself. Am I willing to go for those consequences? If the consequences come about, am I willing to deal with them? My children, I'm willing to deal with them.
This is from today. The CTA driver?
Yeah, it's a CTA driver that got us. Here we go.
And I'm Erica Sargent. She is so worried about her safety. A CTA bus driver may never go back to work. She was punched by a passenger last week, even though she was sitting behind a protective shield.
Now she's telling her story only.
No,
on
that's not
CBS
you.
2's Eric Cox. He's live at 71st and Stony Island. Eric.
Whoa.
All right.
That was the girl that was actually
Good evening, Brad. Good evening, Erica. That driver was assaulted while dropping off a rider right here at this South Shore intersection. This attack, just one in a series of violent attacks on CTA workers that we've been documenting here at CBS 2 News. This latest victim telling me she wants to protect her identity.
And they act like it's okay. It's not okay.
She's been a CTA bus operator for nearly 2 decades, spending her days picking up passengers on the 71st Street route. But what happened to her Wednesday morning may be the reason she never gets behind the wheel of a bus again.
I walked back and forth, putting a hand over my shield. Just kept putting a hand over my shield. I'm going to beat your butt.
An angry passenger throwing threats her way.
That's all she kept saying, is that she was going to beat my A.
The 51-year-old tells CBS 2 she tried dropping the angry woman off at 71st and Stony Island. But before exiting,
she swung and hit me all right here.
She was taken to University of Chicago Hospital.
That shouldn't be happening. This is just stuff that shouldn't be happening to us.
The CTA has about 1,800 buses in their fleet, most of which are equipped with plastic shields made of Lexan. The barriers, $800 to buy and install.
You had your shield up when this happened. Yes. Yes.
But it didn't prevent this driver from being assaulted. CBS 2 reached out to CTA. They sent a statement saying, every employee deserves the right to a safe working environment. We work closely with our unions to ensure that. But this operator isn't buying it.
They need to find a better way to protect us.
Full barriers are a reality in parts of England. The driver able to enclose themselves at the press of a button. This angry London commuter attempting to punch his way past the plastic. The rider even ripping a side view mirror off of the bus as he tries breaking through to the operator. All his efforts to no avail.
If you're going to protect me completely. Don't leave me open.
And the CTA says they did consider implementing full barrier shields last summer. They haven't gotten back to me on that, but they do continue to research new equipment and products to apply to the CTA system. They did mention that they do plan on installing 1,000 more cameras to their network of 32,000 currently in place within the CTA system. We're live.
A camera ain't gonna do shit.
So you got 42,000 cameras. So I guess 43,000 is going to mean something.
Yeah.
Like 52,000 is going to mean something. Like that doesn't remotely make any sense, bro. Hey, if you see those barriers, it's a half barrier, it's a quarter barrier pretty much. The whole side is open. I don't know the need for it to be open, but you can just reach around there, throw stuff on them. The holes are huge. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's pretty much putting a Band-Aid on something that needs to have stitches.
Yeah.
Well, it costs $900, so now you about to pay that lady workman comp for the rest until she retire.
I thought the barrier was for COVID, not for protection, though.
Nah, those came before COVID.
Yeah,
Oh, they did?
They had them up there. It was supposed to protect them, but if you look at it, it's like a big chunk missing out of the barrier, where they can just reach around it and get in there and do what they got to do. I like that barrier that they just had up.
He said, "Why can't he like he giving a testimony for a key witness?"
Right. All he need to do is disguise his voice.
Yeah.
Well, it all started one day when I was over here in the
You good, Katie? You ain't got to turn your shit on. Oh my God.
You said what?
I said you good. You don't have to turn your stuff on. You good?
Yeah, I'm still out here. I'm still out here on these roads, man.
Yeah.
These roads are a little slick out here. You got a bunch of idiots out here driving and flying and spinning out.
How many of you all remember the Waffle House shooting in 2018?
Which? It's the Waffle House.
The Waffle House,
regular
there's
occurrence,
a Waffle
bro.
House murder trial going on right now, where James Shaw stopped that guy. Let's play that and discuss that. Here we go.
Also heard testimony today from the man many have called a hero, and today we saw why. James Shaw Jr. was able to wrestle that gun out of Travis Reinking's hands. News Channel 5's Kelsey Gibbs is live in the 5 Alert Center Force. Kelsey, Shaw said today in court that he knew he had to act.
Carrie, he says he was standing behind a door there in the Waffle House when Shaw says there was a moment when the gunfire ceased. He said it was in that moment that he went through the door to stop Reinking.
You solemnly swear to affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do.
James Shaw Jr., like many others in Nashville, will never forget April 22nd, 2018.
I can see it now. I've been seeing it for 1,380 days.
And he will never forget the look Travis Reinking gave him when he walked inside Waffle House in the overnight hours.
He's giving me the same look he did that night. And what was that look? Looked like he didn't care.
Shaw is testifying about the day he survived the mass shooting.
You know how you go to somebody's house and the picture is not square? Yes. That's the kind of energy he was giving me. His energy wasn't right. I could just feel it.
Shaw says he and a friend stopped in the restaurant to celebrate his friend, but it quickly turned deadly.
I'm shocked I'm coming over my left shoulder.
Police say Reinking was standing outside when he shot through the window.
Look how she fell over. She was dead when she fell over.
Shaw says when he could no longer hear the shots, he knew it was time to act.
And I just ran through the door thinking,
I hope they show him fighting him.
It's either going to be me or him, or it's going to be, death. We'll see what happens.
Shaw found himself face to face with the alleged gunman. Shaw says he had one hand on the barrel of the gun and the other around Reinking's neck.
I take my left hand off of him, and I'm just pulling up, and I finally get the gun, and I throw it.
He then pushes Reinking out of the way to make it out of the restaurant.
I saw everybody that was either shot or passed that night.
Helped save so many people. He said, and I quote, "I was favored, I was blessed." Reporting live at the 5 Alert Center, Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
Man, that was really something. I watched that moment when he testified.
Man. And
Why
he
you
shot
like?
from, and he shot
Why
from
like a late?
outside the window.
Yeah, and then as soon as man, he said you know what the Waffle House part of their hiring application is, you have to have hands. That's not the same, folks. That's not the same. He was a customer there. He wasn't working there.
That's even worse though. Because I mean, technically, you need to have them hands to work in Waffle House, man. Because they get man on a Saturday night at about. Let me phrase that on a Sunday morning at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
After the club, oh no, Waffle House is lit.
Yeah.
Hell, on a Saturday morning at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, a Waffle House is lit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my smother covered in chunk without having to get shot.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, that's how you get your mashed potato, your hash browns at Waffle House. Smother covered in chunks. Amen.
You actually like that food there?
Bruh, when you drunk as hell, everything tastes amazing. What you talking about?
Wow.
What you talking about, bruh?
Man, the Waffle Houses I know they fell off. Like from down south, we used to always stop down there right there at Arkansas at the Waffle House.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Bruh, that's why. That's not the South, that's Arkansas. I'm talking about some Georgia. Georgia, Virginia, Alabama.
I just stopped at the Waffle House down in Alabama, and it still sucked. But
in Bama?
Yes, sir.
Shit, I don't know which neighborhood you was in, bruh.
Birmingham.
And you was sober. I just said literally when you're drunk,
you gotta be
everything tastes
drunk.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, anytime I'm in Bama, bro, I got some shine in me. I'm just be honest with you. Anytime.
I feel like we might get hit by the Waffle House after this one, so let me stop talking.
Listen here, I heard you guys talking about us. Calvin Carby says VA 757 Waffle House is the truth. All right. So
see, he know. That's why I said VA Waffle House is on point.
Y'all
like I had to go smash that when I was doing training down there for EP. I was like, yo, we had a Waffle House? Yo, let me go and get that smother covered in chunk and give me one of them big ass waffles.
How many people you think would have the strength to be able to do what James Shaw did that night?
In this day and age?
Yeah.
None.
Well, what state was he in?
Tennessee. This is in Nashville.
Okay, so I take that back. Nope, I still say 0. Because I was going to say, technically, Tennessee is one of the biggest concealed carrier groups ever that I would imagine.
Yeah.
But, and again, I'm imagining, I don't really know, because if I'm not mistaken, they ride with shotguns and rifles in their back windows in Tennessee. It's been years since I've been there, so I don't know.
That's stereotypical.
No, it's really not. I swear. Nah, bro. When you see that, that's love, and that's some 2A proud states. When you see people driving with shotguns and rifles in their back window. Yeah. I miss that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Being in North Carolina, I was with them 100%. I want the chest bump with motherfuckers like, hey, dude, there you go, hold that gun. But I don't know, man. In this day and age, I don't see most people busting grapes in fruit fights.
Yeah.
Especially not up here in Chicago. They're gonna pull out their camera and videotape.
Shit, unless they got a gun, because you see how people are right now with guns. Because we got a security guard to talk about later on.
Yeah.
Anybody, you still ain't found that video with the CTA bus driver?
No.
Got jumped on by them 3 little punks.
No.
How
I got it in my.
What'd you say, Sparky?
I got it in my inbox, but I don't have it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's run through this last video. That's why I said tonight's show gonna be short. Tonight's show.
Sound drained, Mike.
I am drained. I didn't recognize how drained I am too. And John looks drained too. This is a snow day.
This snow, I'll say this snow jacked us up, man. I've been out in the snow majority of the day. Nope.
And I'm still out here.
That's all right. We've been having a lot of high octane shows. I think we could get a drag ass show this time.
Wow.
dragging ass. Because all of us are tired because of the snow and shit.
Yeah, because I know I was out there earlier, boy. That shit is not lovely.
Man, I got well over a foot.
Celeste says, at work, dining, shopping, chilling at the park, it does not matter. You need to be ready to protect yourself and your loved ones at all times. No matter where you are, be brave and do something. Celeste, that sounds great.
It sounds phenomenal.
Right.
And then when you got
Mike,
actually,
I would say, Mike, you know where I'm about to go with that, right? It sounds great until we provide the training for you and you don't show up.
Man, they got YouTube.
No,
YouTube your combatives all you want. YouTube your combatives all you want.
That's true. Hey, do go look at Dust.
That shit.
Just go look at Dust, man. Those right there will get you right.
I would say, yeah, go holler at Detroit. They'll hook
Detroit
you up.
Urban Rebel Trading. Listen,
they're gonna hook you up.
I'm telling you, they will get you right.
Shit, tight, right, and ready to die.
And they're gonna have you go with their same name, Dust.
That's it.
Ashes to ashes, dust to
Dust.
You know what, bro? None of the CTA driver stuff is popping up right now.
Yeah.
Get your
my
funeral
inbox. I'll
arrangements
send
in
it to
order.
you when I get a chance.
All right,
Which is sad.
Information on the breaking news we first told you about. On our news at 5 o'clock, shots fired, step from Chicago Police headquarters. Now we know 59-year-old woman was killed in the crossfire. Police say it started with a man shooting at a security guard here at this food and liquor store, 35th in Indiana. The security guard then returned fire.
So this security guard, he was just laying there on the ground and just shooting down the block. He reloaded his gun and constantly kept shooting. He was just shooting down that way. I don't know at what.
Security guard was taken to the University of Chicago. He's expected to be okay. We do not know who shot the woman who died.
I guarantee you it's his ass.
Hey, bullshit. The eyewitness account says, and they
I
cut
could
it.
see one little girl in there crying, and I peeked.
Go ahead.
They cut it. They cut his so when you just pulled up, it's cut. Let me tell you what my man said. My man said they got into a altercation.
Yeah.
That resulted in shooting. The security guard got shot, fell to the ground, and just started blasting at everything. Not aiming, blasting.
Yeah.
Then
reloaded.
He reloaded and started blasting some more in every direction.
Please tell me who this dumb motherfucker was.
So now I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is where I'm always gonna be. When you hear when you hear this stupid ass term, a bullet has no name on it, I call bullshit. Every bullet that comes out your gun has your name on it. Every time that little fucker fly out the gun, even at the range, that's your name flying across the air.
Let's see. That's where I say every bullet's got a price tag. You're gonna pay for every bullet that leaves that gun.
We'll go price tags and names. Either way, your ass is somebody's.
Oh yeah, I mean your name's stamped to it, absolutely. But there's a price tag with it too, because every innocent person you shoot, who you think they suing?
Yep. Because my thing is this: it didn't say that the attacker was dumping rounds. The security guard was dumping rounds, which means he had to be the one to hit that woman. I hate to say it, but that's still involuntary manslaughter.
And that's just like that dude that was in the car that they threw a Gatorade bottle with his
Stop that shit. No, that was just stupid.
And dude just got the
that was just stupid. Because the thing is this, he didn't know what dude was about to do after you caused the issue. You brake checked him.
Yep.
And it's on video you brake checking somebody. Then you pull out pistol, ready to rock and roll, not knowing if the person had a gun or not. You heard that thump against your car, and you just started wailing out in your car like a scared little bitch.
Right.
Because when you started shooting, he started doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the like, dude, come on, man, stop it. That was some dust training. So I feel like, in my personal opinion, that's some old bullshit. So I feel like this. I am 100% pro 2A. But I'm also 100% if your dumb ass got a gun and you do some stupid shit, you got to go bye-bye. I'm sorry. You got to go bye-bye. You fucked up the church's money. You got to go.
Oh boy.
Like, I hate to say it, like active shooters.
Yeah.
You're talking about like almost what we would say about 75%, 80% bought the gun legally. But the thing is the background check never changed.
Right.
So you didn't. So you look at background checks like this because they always talk about universal background checks, and I hate that shit because it doesn't solve anything. So let's look at the fact that this is the background check system for all people who buy guns. And they say we need more of these instead of doing this. Make the background check more effective instead of making it more of this shit where literally anyone can slide through. That's just common fucking sense.
That's just like the gun laws in Illinois and Chicago. They every year they put new gun laws on the books, but yet they don't stick to the ones that we already got on the books.
Right. And when you look at the fact that literally, all you have to do is cross state lines and get a gun legally if you're supposed to be reporting certain stuff. Like, I don't know, like you're a convicted pedophile in one state, you cross state lines and they do whatever they have to do and you do your background check. But if they do the background check based on the state you're in, not the state you've been, how good is the background check? And it's even worse when states don't report like they're supposed to. Like you're supposed to report certain types of mental health. Not all mental health. Certain types of mental health are supposed to be red flags for getting guns.
Yeah.
Or what happened? What we had? I forget what active shooter it was that Obama had proposed. The people that's on the no-fly list are the ones that shouldn't get guns. Well, your no-fly list was low-hanging fruit because all you said was the no-fly list was people you were suspecting of doing terrorist acts.
Right.
Shit, veterans will put on no-fly list. So that meant nothing. But again, like I said, is
well, everyone up here is a domestic terrorist.
Say again?
Everyone up here is a domestic terrorist.
Pretty
by
much.
Homeland Security. Oh no,
Yeah.
legit. If you are let's say a prepper, a survivalist, a tactician, anything to do with guns, if you're a veteran, if you have any type of disagreement with the current regime, and it doesn't matter if it's Republican, Democrat, anything of the sort. It doesn't matter what side you're on. If you do not agree with the current presidency or administration, then by DHS standards, you are a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
Which is amazing because once again, censorship is okay now. But let's not pretend that SNL and all these late night comedians had a field day when Trump was in office, or when Trump was in office. But the minute you say "Let's go, Brandon," there's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Sandy Hook, JFB. I think Sandy Hook is when they proposed the terrorist list, which again, if you look at history, there's been no active shooter that was on the fucking terrorist list. Or the fact that I want to say at least 75% of most active shooters give hints that they're about to go do an active shooting. They have manifestos, Facebook, social media, or some other shit that lets everybody know, hey, yo, I'm gonna go fuck shit up. Or my favorite, which is, hey, don't come to work this day. Or don't come to school this day. Or a person you know starts selling all their shit. That's another telltale sign something's about to go down.
Yeah.
So again, I say, and this is just how I feel, and I digress from this shit. Please get yourself educated on the mind and mentalities and behaviors of active shooters and mass shooters.
Yeah.
Please educate yourselves on that. It's real out here, and I'm sorry. You mess with a person who don't give a fuck about anything, ain't nothing gonna stop them except for one thing. Let me phrase that. Two things.
Yeah.
Arrest. Nope, I take that back. Three things. arrest, being shot, or them taking their own lives after they've done the damage they came to do. I yield.
Yep. All right. Any final thoughts, y'all? We're gonna crash this.
Oh man, we're gonna close out early. You wasn't playing.
Not for tonight.
It's time for Mike to go night.
Yeah, man.
Uh-oh. It's Betty by time.
Hey. You're right though.
Hey, I'll see y'all Saturday.
I know I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
What's Saturday?
It's a day after Friday and before Sunday.
Hey, John. This is a virtual hug, bro. Because you've announced it every show. This is a virtual hug. I'm just
Hey man, I'm slow as cold ketchup today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, the training with the police department. Gotcha. See, you just take me a little time.
Police department?
Nope.
Some shit.
Same difference.
Close enough. I mean, somewhat close, but it's not a police department.
Right.
I'm still trying to go with this cold ketchup. Like, where's y'all still putting ketchup in the refrigerator? Are we supposed to? I'm not sure now.
Man, wait, you know ketchup when they get cold.
The YMCA
come out real slow.
No, I am feeling it. I'm just tired of shit. Y'all see me dive off.
Right, you gonna nod off on screen. That's what y'all waiting for. Y'all waiting for him to go ahead. You waiting for him to have that church lady tell us some. Hey, y'all gotta go to pass on preach it.
KD,
Mike,
we got the training with Todd Fosse this weekend.
Yeah.
Got you. Shoot it to me if you get a chance. So I can remember. My memory is just shot these days. Hey, Mike, did you get a chance to talk about the the fiascos in your class or no?
Nah, that's it. No. We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I talked to you all, but we're not gonna talk about that now.
Gotcha.
No, yeah.
And you missed a chance to talk about how it was associated, but not your class. You could have gave the example, but yeah, not no more because now we know it's a part of your class.
Oh, it definitely was. The shit was
Yeah.
funny. I'm gonna send y'all the video. That's even important. Yeah, for sure. All right. Give y'all.
Oh, so you're supposed to put ketchup in the bottle. Put ketchup in the refrigerator.
It says it on the bottle.
Thank you, JFB. I don't read the bottle sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're supposed to. Heinz ketchup. It'll go bad if you don't.
I think it's the acid in the ketchup. The acid that makes it go bad. You gotta keep it cold.
So now I gotta go look because I'm pretty sure most restaurants don't give you cold ketchup when you get French fries and shit.
Like when I have had cold ketchup. Yeah.
Not talking about the packets.
No, the packets have never been cold.
Yeah.
The packages are sealed. So when you have the regular bottle, once you open it up and the air it gets
and it does say keep refrigerated.
The air.
It does
say for sure. Once you put the cap back on, it's still sealed. That doesn't make no sense.
Oh Lord.
All
that
right,
don't make no sense.
We're out. Come back next Thursday.
Wednesday.
Oh
no.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh my. That's see.
Yeah, Mike needs bedtime, y'all. It's not time for Mikey Mike.
That's it. I've been up since 3 this morning, so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that's that 12 years of slavery hours, man. I'm just saying, Solomon Northman over here, bro. Solomon Northman.
Give us free. All right.
Give us free like Sincade.
All right. Y'all take care. Come back next Wednesday. Shit. 8 p.m. Fuck.
8 p.m. CST, y'all. Central Standard Time. Not colored standard time.
I know that's where you was going. All right. Peace.